Hi there, this is the JRV Morning Show, coming to you live from Bakersfield, California. I'm actually out in my backyard, so you may hear some background noise. The next door neighbor's dog was being quiet when I was getting set up, but of course now that I've gotten started, he is barking, but I think he just wants inside, so hopefully we can get the guardian of that animal to get him to go inside so we don't have to hear the barking all during the show. Anyhow, good morning and welcome. It's great to have you all join me this morning. Good morning, Aaron. Hey. It's great to have you joining us, tuning in for our live broadcast. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's always great to have you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my page really fast to my personal page really quick. And then we will continue to get going on this show. I wanted to take advantage of outside too because it's supposed to rain again here in Bakersfield tomorrow. Actually tonight going into tomorrow. So I wanted to get outside and enjoy this weather while I can. And one moment. We're getting there. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, share to. All right. Okay, done. Posted. Wonderful. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about current events. So yesterday, Debbie Reynolds also transitioned, and so within hours of one another, mother and daughter transitioned, and I really feel like it goes to show what a close, tight relationship the two of them had in this life, as well as whatever kind of connection that they shared beyond this life, and what a special moment they were able to share together by transitioning very close to one another. I know after losing loved ones, it's really hard to be the one that is still here. And sometimes it can be, we can kind of take ourselves to a place, where, we would switch ourselves out. Like, I wish they would have stayed and I could have gone, and all these different things that we sometimes play out in our mind just because it's really, really hard to really fully let someone go when there has been a death. Or like I like to refer to it as a transition from this life to whatever's next. I don't feel like life ends when this life is over. However, I do feel like this is the most important life to be in because it's the one we're in right now. So this is the one where I feel like it's important for us to become present, to become awake, to become aware of what's going on, because we can really affect change in our life when we have done that for ourselves. So that's why I feel it's important. Okay, so let's get into the reading of the day. Luckily, even though I'm outside, I'm in my backyard, so I have access to my computer and the phone, so we'll be able to do a call in later on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I knocked on the deck, bringing it present, and now we're just going to tune in and see what card wants to be pulled for everyone for this general reading, for everyone's highest and best good for today. Let's see what comes through. All right, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. We're just doing the card reading of the day. And ta-da! Oh, in flow. All right, I love that. In flow. So what this tells me is that we are really, I was just talking about this in a private message before the show, and I do feel like there is a lot of energy flooding the planet right now. And it has been pretty much the whole month of December, or even really before December, really assisting us in closing out this year, as well as providing the energy for what's next, preparing us for next year. And when you really let go of the years, let go of time, it's just really preparing us for this now moment, for what's next in our journey. And so I do feel like this card is showing us that we are in the flow. There is like a river of energy basically flowing onto the planet, and you can imagine it, and I can imagine it as if we are on a boat. It could even be a rowboat, but we don't need oars, because it's like just imagining yourself in that river, in your canoe or in your rowboat with the oars in, and just allowing yourself to move with the flow, allowing yourself to be in flow, in not only your flow, but the flow of the energy that is working within and on the planet at this time. So, and I feel like when we are in our own flow, we're automatically connected to the flow, the bigger flow, if you want to look at it that way. They're not really separate, but at the same time they can feel separate, they can feel different. Your flow versus the flow of just the flow of consciousness, the flow of energies that are naturally moving about the cosmos. They have their own timing, their own let's see what else I want to say about that. Yeah, I mean, that feels good. They have their own timing, they have their own pace, and so for us, sometimes we can get impatient being here in our humanness, wanting certain things to happen. We get tired of waiting for certain things to happen, or we're tired of the same thing happening over and over again, at least it feels like it, and we're ready for something different. So we can get impatient with that natural flow. And so this is a card, and it's a reminder just to say, you know what, let's take a deep breath. Let's bring ourselves present in this moment, checking in our grounding and our roots, and just be present, and just know that we're in the flow. There isn't anything that we have to do. We're already in it. It's already working within us. It's already working through us. And now let's just allow ourselves to move with ease and grace. It's not about force. It's not about making it happen. I feel like there's a universal opposer that, like when we come with an energy of force, where we're like, this must happen. We're going to make this happen. That same amount of energy that you're conjuring up is also being conjured up from the universal opposer to literally meet you. And that's why sometimes when we come with all this energy and we're like, why couldn't we just blast through? Well, because we're trying to force it. We're trying to make it happen. And so literally that same amount of energy is being created equal and opposite to like meet us, and it's like it like cancels itself out. So that's why it's important to be in our neutral space, in our calm space, in the flow, allowing things to happen, all, clearly having an intention of where we want to go and what we want to create, and using our dream time and our imagination to expand our vision. And then we just let it go, because then it's about heart-guided action from moment to moment. And that's what allows us to create it. It's not about conjuring up this huge amount of energy to make it happen. It's about being present, being in the moment, and taking step-by-step heart-guided action as you go. Okay, so in flow. We're all in flow. If anybody has any questions about that, please don't hesitate to reach out when we get to the part of the show where there's the call-in, as well as you can comment in your questions at any time. And I also want to let everybody know that I am available for private sessions, and where you can either do an energy reading or a healing session. Energy readings are more all about me giving you words and messages from your highest, deepest self and the divine and your light aligned team, however you want to see that, as well as in energy, in a private energy healing session. That is where we go deeper. There is a portion where there is a reading aspect, but we go deeper, we go into the energy, and we use crystals and aromatherapy, and we really utilize all these different methods to go deep, 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 deep within and have a wonderful experience getting to know ourselves even better. So if you have any questions about that or would like to know more, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to hear from you. All right, so it is 11:10, so let's go ahead and get started for the 11:11 meditation. We're going to go ahead and already get ourselves going into that space. We're going to go ahead and close our eyes, and I'm going to take a real quick drink of my water. So we're going to go ahead and close our eyes, and we're going to take a deep breath together. Filling up our stomach. And as we're doing these deep breaths, we're dropping our shoulders, if they're lifted up at all, pulling them back, letting them just sit in their natural, relaxed state. We're letting go of any tension as we're going to take another deep breath, any stress. Yes, there we go. Okay, again, with our eyes closed, we're going to go ahead and grow roots from the base of our spine and the bottoms of our feet down into the center of Mother Earth. And we do this to ground our energy and connect with the consciousness that is the sentient being that we call Mother Earth, or I like to refer to her as Mother Earth. And she loves when we connect with her in a conscious way, in a very real and physical way, even though it is a bit beyond our tangible 5 human senses. We are moving into what some consider the unseen, but I just will say it's unrecognized and undiscovered within. All right, so let's take this opportunity to thank Mother Earth and send our gratitude and appreciation for being able to live on this wondrous, glorious, lovely, magical planet where everything and anything is available and all of our needs are met. Wonderful. All right, I would like you now to imagine a gold and silver ball of light in the center of your heart space, emanating from the center. And we're going to grow that gold and silver ball of light out further and further. It's moving past our bodysuit. And we're growing it further and further. Let's take it out about 25 feet in all directions, above us, below us, to the side of us, all around. And that energy is emanating like a star from the center point in our heart space out in every direction. And it has a gold and silver essence. This is your divine spark. This is your energy. And it is sourced from an unlimited source within you. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So, for the next part of our meditation, we're going to let time and space go, as well as all natural laws that we know them to be here on Mother Earth. All the physical laws of gravity, we're just letting that go. And we're going to now take off in our gold and silver ball of light. We're lifting off the ground, leaving the room that we're in, or just going up higher if we're outside already. Higher, 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 we're lifting off. And we have a bird's eye view of the city we're in as we look down. And I want you to continue to go up, up, up through the atmosphere. We're going out into space. And as you're flying, please take a look around, see what you see below you, above you, around you. This is an opportunity to take it all in and see what you see. It doesn't have to make sense. All our messages, encoded messages for you to take in. They could also be triggering insights and awarenesses within you, and also greater understandings of yourself and life itself. And if none of those things are happening, that is okay too, because it's not a requirement. And every time that we go into a meditative state, it is going to be very different. Sometimes it's going to feel very expansive, and sometimes it's going to feel like nothing. But that doesn't mean that nothing's happening. Whenever we take a moment out with ourselves to go into this state, this energetic, and quieting our mind and focusing on going deeper, even though we're having an external experience, this is all about going deeper. We are definitely accessing the infinite conscious, the infinite awareness that is within each one of us, and bringing it more fully, more really into the physicalness of this earthly reality and this earthly life, merging the spiritual and the physical together, because they are truly one. There is no separation. That's just a creation of our the human constructs, the game board that we've been playing, but that's also changing as well, because it is not something that we have to play by. All right, now from outer space, we're going to take our sphere of light, and we're going to go heading towards our sun here at the center of our solar system. And this takes no time at all. Notice yourself already very close to the sun, and I would like you to take a lap around the sun, also taking in the warmth, the heat, not so warm that it's burning you, but there is an energy transfer, there is an energy exchange between you and the sun, because you are very close, and the sun is highly energetic. It is also a life force, life-giving consciousness, just like the earth. It is a sentient being, and you're able to connect with it. All right. You might notice some different sensations within your physical body as you are having this interaction with our solar logos here in our solar system. All is well, all is love, all is light. All right, we're just going to take a few moments here just in silence, allowing ourselves to have this engagement and experience and exchange with the sun. Wonderful. Okay, now it's time to thank the sun for this time, this exchange, this experience. And again, I would like to remind all of you that you can come back to this space at any time at your leisure and have a more full, longer experience if you'd like to increase your time and have more time in this space. That is altogether possible, and you're able to do that whenever you like on your own time. And you can also use this video in the archives, replaying it, assisting you in coming back into this space. Wonderful. All right, we're flying back to Earth very fast, faster than the speed of light. It takes us no time. We're coming back through the atmosphere, and we're heading back to wherever our physical body is located. And we are landing, so to speak. It's a nice soft landing. And I would like you to become aware of your physical body again, wherever it is located on planet Earth, beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes. And go ahead and open your eyes whenever you are ready. Wonderful. All right, how was that for all of you that were able to join me in live? I would love to hear how that was for you. You can comment in, as well as you can call in and let me know how that was. And we're going to open up the phone lines now. The phone number is 600. The phone number is 661-800-5875. Again, it is 661-800-5875. And also, if you're not able to call in, or it's just not your style, you can also go ahead and comment in if you'd like a mini energy reading, and just say, "Hey Jay, please give me an energy reading," through the comment section. Or you can also enter your comment or your question or comment in the comment section, and I will also respond. Not only live during the show, if you do it live, but also if you are watching in the archives, you're absolutely able to comment as well in that sense, and I will also still see your comment and respond when I am able. So that's wonderful. I would like to give everybody different ways to access not only this information, but to be able to create a dialogue and open it up for us to have interaction with each other during the show. So. The phone is not ringing at this time, so I'm going to take just a quick moment to look at my the comments, just to see if anybody has commented in for a reading. So, all right. Okay, I don't see any comments. All right, so let's see, what else can we talk about? Okay, so this is a great time, just so everybody knows, because we had the new moon yesterday, and plus we're closing out the year of 2016. This is a great time to cleanse and clear the energy of your living space, and I'm just going to go over a couple ways to do that. One would be going through your home with sage and smudging every single room. I also like to go around my house outside as well, not just inside but outside, but I start inside and work my way out. It's also great to go ahead and burn the Palo Santo wood. It's also a way to smudge and bring in a healing, cleansing, and clearing smoke into the house, as well as you can bring that around around the outside of your space as well if it works and makes sense for you to do that. Because they are, you light them on fire and they're burning embers, you just do want to be careful. You want to make sure you have some kind of container to make sure you don't burn the carpet or the floor or any little animals that might be following you around while you're doing the cleansing and clearing. And then a way to bring in a nice uplifting, yummy energy after you've cleansed and cleared it all out is to burn a braid of sweetgrass and bring that sweetness into your living space. It literally has a sweet smell. It is so divine, and it really works well with the more deeper smells of the Palo Santo wood and sage. So that's what I like to do. One of the other ways you can go through and literally bang on a pot or a pan and saying, out with the old, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new. You can do that with, if you have any kind of bell is great. You can also just move through clapping, changing the energy, shifting the energy. It's something that I like to, when I do it, sometimes it's something I just do on my own, but I do like right now I live with my mom, and so I bring her a part of it and make her a part of it because it's her living space as well. When it was my mom, my sister, and I, and we had some other roommates. Also, it was like a full, everybody join in, because the more people that join in, the more it really does shift the energy, especially when a space is being shared by more than one person. I will say, though, however, it doesn't always work because not everybody's on board, not everybody is interested or thinks that it's doing anything. And so it isn't about forcing anyone, it isn't about trying to change anyone's mind. However, I just find that there's value in it, so I like to do it, and I just happen to be living with people that are on board as well. But don't let that get you down if the people that you're living with are not. That's okay. You can still do your thing and do it on your own, and ask your Light Align team to join you and assist you, and so that way you can feel also the support of all the divine beings that are always surrounding you all the time. We're never alone, thank goodness, because this is a wild and crazy planet, and there's so much to experience, and it's wonderful that we always have support with us and help. It's just a matter of calling on that help and support, because they do respect our free will. They do not want to step on any of our toes. They know that we're sovereign beings, we're powerful beings, because we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and so they know that and respect all that. And so that's why it's important for us to ask for their help. They don't just step in. Okay, so again, if you have any questions about that, this is a great time to call in and ask, as well as to comment in. And this is a time to call in if you are interested in a mini reading. I would like to take this time to thank everyone that is not only joining me live, but has also been able to join me in the archives. It is so wonderful to have this great interaction with you and experience with you. So I am going to go ahead and take this opportunity to wrap up the show. I don't believe anyone is commenting in or calling in for any questions or readings. So I want to surround everyone with a big giant hug of love until tomorrow at 11. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.